My mother, my biological mother, as it is said, abandoned me in the house when I was 8 months old. Thank God she did not kill me. Because she had that option. Definitely all the tools must have been there. I'm sure there were knives, there must have been big sticks. She exercised a positive choice. She just walked away. The man standing before you had to start life on his own at 8 months. Thank God I didn't crawl to where the fire was. I could have been burnt. My father was then in the army and he had gone to work. He comes back home, finds his firstborn son, who is supposed to be his heir, without a mother. He has cried, he has soiled himself, he has done whatever children do naturally. So he picks up the son, cleans him up, puts him in his VW Beetle, Volkswagen, and start the journey from Barara to Gulu. Anything over 500 kilometers, definitely. This is according to what my father told me. I don't think my mother had any thoughts of ending my life, but my father did. When he reached the Karuma Falls, which some of you know, he stopped the car and opened the door. And he looked at this thing, then looked at the raging waters. This is towards the end of 1967. Infant mortality rate is very high. The chance of a child without a mother surviving was very low. The so-called 6 killer diseases were alive and well. Diarrhea, kwashiorkor, diphtheria, whooping cough, measles. They were all waiting for his son. And he had an idea that maybe I should just end it easily. In any case, I think I already know what's going to happen to this thing. He also made a positive choice. So he took me to his mother, who was of course not a young woman anymore. And the mother actually told me she breastfed me. I investigated this by asking women whether a woman of those ages can actually produce milk. And they said yes, that the mammary glands can be stimulated by a baby who is craving breast milk, and it can actually produce milk. I used to tease my father that, as a matter of fact, I'm not your son, I'm your brother. So I want you to know that for me this is a very personal thing. Whether you agree with what I'm going to say or not, whatever I've told you is true. So let my truth contend with your opinion. We can go beyond abortion. We need to look at adopting children. That option would make it easier. The world into which I was born, grandmothers were available to take care of the children that are abandoned. Now, it is difficult. Some of us grew up, I was eventually taken to my aunt. That's the kind of society of the 70s. So, in this modern context, adoption is an option that would make a child be saved. When I was leading the local government in Gulu, I welcomed the church known as Watoto. They opened something called Watoto Babies. So rather than the pit latrine, mothers would run in the night and abandon the baby outside the gate of Watoto. That option is something we should explore. Of course, loving the mother who is in a dilemma is one way. My mother was 17 when she gave birth to me. And I don't think she was near anybody to talk to her. She was in a surrounding of the military. And whatever disagreement she had with my father, I want to assure you I had nothing to do with it. But she must have had her reasons. So care for the mother is another investment we should make, in addition to making adoption easier and more feasible. And for the father, responsibility. These men who just do what they do and zip up and just put their hands in their pockets and stroll away, not knowing that what they have just done comes with a lot of responsibility. In my younger years, I was sent by the Uganda Law Society Legal Aid Project to open the first ever legal aid project office in northern Uganda, in Gulu. I was the advocate, I was the cleaner, I was the process server, I was everything. And I opened that office, and it is still there up to now. And my clients were mainly women in these kind of situations. The world in which we live today is facing issues of abortion, and soon assisted suicide, euthanasia, genetic engineering. This is the brave new world that Huxley wrote about.